there, my name is James Dawson. I'm the author of This Book is Gay, and today is National Coming Out Day, so I wanted to do a very, very special, very short video just to talk a little bit about coming out. First of all, let's talk about what is coming out. What's coming out, Prince? Coming out is when you tell people that you are not straight. And by not straight, I guess we mean lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans, or queer, or curious, or undecided, or even asexual. The whole spectrum of the LGBT not straight spectrum. It's a really tough thing to do, and the last thing that I'm going to do is sit here and say, yeah, today's the day, come on out. Because actually, I think, for me, coming out is probably still the hardest thing that I've ever done. So the last thing I'm going to do is say, do it today. Why is it so tough? I think it's because of the fear. I think coming out is a really scary thing to do. I mean, I'm very privileged in that I came out in a country where I was legally protected and I had all kinds of rights. Remember, there are nearly 80 places in the world where you can be prosecuted for falling in love with somebody who's the same gender as you. I mean, hello, look what happened in Morocco this week. I'm sure you saw that on the news. So, oh, a beard in my mouth. That was hot. Yeah, I think it's the fear. For me, there was like two big fears. The first fear was that all the people that I loved, my parents, my friends, that they wouldn't want to know me anymore. And that's a really scary thing. Nobody wants to be out on the streets. And the second big fear for me was that I was going to die of the AIDS because I was a child of the 80s, and that was a really big thing. For anybody who grew up in the 80s, you knew all about it. But maybe less so today. But it's still a really scary, scary thing. What I always think is really important is to surround yourself with people that you trust. I was really, really lucky in that I had a friend called Kerry who made it abundantly clear that she didn't have a problem with people being LGBT. And in fact, later on, she came out as queer herself. And I think that's my message for this video, really, which is, I'm not going to tell you to come out because that's something you have to do in your own time. And what happens is that fear just gets less and less with every LGBT person you meet, because you see them living their lives and being happy and falling in love with who they want to fall in love with, and that's fantastic. So that fear gets less and less until it's not even scary anymore, and that's when you'll come out, and that's when it's the right time for you to come out, if you are not straight. But I think on this National Coming Out Day, what would be really cool is if we were all more open about being LGBT and being an ally to LGBT people and being a friend to LGBT people. And I think the way you can do that is by doing what Kerry did for me, which is being so open and so cool with not straight people that the people around you are listening and take it all in. And believe me, as a young LGBT person, I was listening to everything. I knew everybody in my school and in my family, those people who were likely to be cool with it and those people who were likely to not be cool, because you take it all in when it's that personal to you. So I'm not suggesting on this National Coming Out Day you get hold of your little friend and say, if there's ever anything you want to tell me, you know I'm here. But what you could say is, hey, did you see what Charlie King from Tower did this week? I think that's really cool and really brave of him. Or, for example, that Ellen Page, how brave was she to come out? Yeah, she was really brave, wasn't she? And by having those kind of conversations, everybody around you will know that you are okay and they can trust you when the time is right and when they do want to come out. And if you are a parent watching this, I don't think it matters if you think your child might be LGBT. I think have those conversations anyway, because that lets your young person know that you are open, you are not prejudiced, you're not bigoted, and that you are somebody they can go to with whatever the problem is, whether it's to do with their sexuality or whether it's to do with something else. So, happy Coming Out Day. I had the most beautiful letter this week from a young person who came out and, you know, brought me to tears. You know, I know I can't, you know, be in everybody's life, you know, in a proper way, but I'm always here, I'm always on Facebook, and I'm always on Twitter for those young people who do want to talk, because, yeah, I'm down. Alright then, thank you, enjoy your Saturday, And I'm now going to the Cheltenham Festival, so I shall see some of you there. Alright, ta-ta for now. Bye!